So today I got a little short video. You see, I hopped on a plane and went to Chicago to see these guys. Midwest Truck and Auto Parts. We're also going to go stop by and see General Truck. Probably the largest company in the United States that deals with overhauling truck transmissions as well as building the Richmond gear, Super T10 and 5-speed transmissions. So come on inside, we're going to do a quick run through of this place and some of the stuff. It's going to be a short video. There you are, Richmond gear, Motive gear, 10, and power tracks. Hello. It's like amazing here. I don't even know where I am. Where do we go? This way? Oh, it's over here. Oh, it's this way. It's crazy, you can get lost. Hey, Johnny.
Having a good time?
Yeah, I'm having a great time. It's
Good.
been fantastic here. It's Johnny Harris. He's the man who does all the Richmond 5-speed, 6-speed, and 4-speed stuff.
That's correct.
That's it. So I'll tell you why I'm here. A couple times a year I usually head out to Chicago and go see these guys, and this year I'm thinking of taking on the ring and pinion line of Richmond gear and some of the Motive gear products, as well as going over some of the new Super T10 products like rollerized main shafts, as well as a new first gear sleeve for the Super T10. So some of the ideas that I have, they actually like and they make for me, and that's why I'm here. So we're gonna go see some of those parts. I'll show you some of them. I'm gonna show you some of the massive rebuilding of some of the truck transmissions. It's pretty cool. So this is a prototype Super T10 main shaft. It's really light. It's going to have roller bearings on it for all the gears. This is the first gear sleeve. It's going to have a roller on it. Back end of it's rifle drilled out. It weighs really nothing. It's amazingly light. It's going to be in some of the new transmissions I build with the Super T10 line. This here is an updated first gear sleeve for the regular Super T10. It's got a little oil trough area, I kind of call in the middle, and has a spiral groove for dynamic oiling. Normal Super T10s, they had a problem seizing first speed gears. So this is the new design sleeve that we'll be carrying. That's a top fuel ring and pinion set. Look at that. Oh, really?
Italy.
I'll see. Well, you know the story on that piece of property that killing you?
What's that about, huh?
Almost 8 people were shot dead.
See shit here, Paul. Yeah, he just does Muncie. He specialises in Muncie transmissions. 4-speed Muncie. It's not the Muncie power.
Heavy cat in there.
Both got enough work to go up to the fucking 70. Pretty much how we're going to be here.
So these are brand new Muncie 465 cases?
Yeah, do you need some?
And Dennis is our guy for 465s. I mean, we still build them. Some of the gears are hard to come by, but we still get some.
These are all units to be rebuilt?
These are the like cores that come back. So what we do here is we check them in, send them to our core warehouse, and then when we need them, we build them.
We sell a Mr. Gasket kit that puts those in a Muncie.
So what is actually this particular unit for? Like this particular one?
It's a 10, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on the road trucks, you know, over the road.
Like a semi?
Yeah, semi truck.
They don't run straight cut gears in the semis?
All of them. Except the European stuff runs alloy case.
The size of that input
You know,
shaft,
one
huh?
of our customers.
That's funny, these input shafts aren't that big considering relative to like what you do on a performance vehicle. This input shaft is pretty much not that much bigger. You would think it'd be like that
They
big.
snap like carrots.
They do still snap them, yeah.
Probably your most common differential out there. That's a Meritor differential.
So like on something like this, what's gone bad? The bearings, or because the ring and pinion doesn't look blown or anything on it?
It's probably the power divider. don't have.
The trouble is everybody's hands are soft now. Even the army, they get people with flat feet because everybody's been wearing $200 Nikes. They're as soft as fuck.
These rebuilt and all ready to go?
Yep.
There's a few there, isn't there, boy?
Yeah. So these actually, like, they just basically, the seals dry up on these big cylinders?
Oh, that fucker's worth to rebuild.
I don't even know.
Because this seal feels like it's just rock hard.
Yeah, you can feel the cylinder too.
Right. So it started to really scrape up.
We believe they're on a trailer. That's what Eric seems to think.
Like one of those, what kind of trailer?
Long. McVeigh's a big trucking outfit, so it could be either just a flatbed or a hauler, like a vehicle hauler of some type.
Pretty huge cylinders.
But see, that's why I have a question, because with this design, obviously these are the barrels for these here.
Right.
This 8 inches or more with just 3 inches diameter of rod, that's a lot of fluid in there.
Right.
That tells me it moves this rod and piston quickly. As opposed to if this rod was 6 inches in diameter in this
It'd be less
bore,
fluid volume.
Now you're doing real heavy lifting.
Right.
So, but yet it's so heavy. See this piston here?
Yeah,
This is the piston.
I know.
This thing's 60 pounds. You know, here's the headland, same thing. I couldn't believe what's all this weight. You know, this is half-inch wall thickness. This is a real stout thing.
but a thin.
So for him to, because he wasn't sure, he thinks it's on a trailer.
Wow.
But that's telling me this has the capability to move quickly.
So on some rebuild like this, it's just changing the seals and cleaning it up, or you gotta hone it.
Depends. Like this here. This is one I'm gonna make a new rod here. See this ding here?
Right.
Fluid will run by there.
Right.
This kind of ding, I'm not gonna send this back out looking like that. I'm gonna make a new rod. I'll chop off this cross tube here, clean this all up. We'll get this chrome rod in stock, and I will turn this on the lathe.
So you'll actually get this rod?
Yes.
Wow.
We buy rod.
So you buy a rod specific for this purpose, or it's a
1045 chrome steel.
right? And you do all the machine work here.
Yes. So all this, where this piston is gonna ride over.
You'll thread the whole thing?
I will turn this down and thread all this on the
And
lathe.
then and cut it off and put a whole new piece on over here.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Amazing.
That's the job.
Yeah.
I was a pattern maker for 30 years. I'm just doing machining work for these guys.
Right.
So this is machining 101. Yeah.
What's your name?
I'm David Damon.
Dave, thanks so much.
They know me as Damo.
How long you been working here, Dave?
4 years now.
No, we didn't
So
get
these
that far. We actually
these
hired
basically
that
these semi transmissions are all heat shrink ready to go to be shipped out on a pallet.
we dyno test every transmission we got. Everything's ready to go.
So they know that it works.
Yeah. We have a union mechanic who runs our dyno back there, so he's been doing it for about 35 years.
Yeah.
So we have him on it.
Think he knows what he's doing?
Yeah, I think so.
So what's this transmission from?
That's a Mac. So it's out of a Mac truck.
A Mack truck.
Yeah.
How many speeds is this?
9 speed, yeah. T309? 29. 29, oh. I know.
So you guys just rebuilt this, and what they'll do is they'll run it up on the dyno nut. What is this, putting a load on it basically?
Yeah, because it's simulated load.
Right.
Run through all the gears. Make sure it runs right.
Just thinking to just over
I
here.
wasn't sure if you're going to be here. I thought you'd be up at the park already.
My brother is.
He's already sitting up there.
My brother left yesterday.
That's amazing.
Yeah, when they first put this in, it looked down here. Remember, it was blowing all the fuses.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What puts the load on the box?
There's a electronic brake in here, right here.
You control it by the buttons over there?
Oh yeah, don't get jumped off the oil.
Oh. And you just got big high horsepower electric motors.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, not like that.
We we run the Class 8 transmissions around 1900 RPM.
That's all you need to do.
A governed speed.
Right, just so you could see like if it's making noise
Exactly.
and shifting.
Check. There's certain areas you check for heat. Then there's certain areas you'll check, like if this has a pump, you check your pump connections for oil leaks. You would check any of your this is your air system. So you check here for leaks, there. Then you got your leak for your output seal.
Right.
And then we have a pump and the hose where we would check this is our hose, but we still make sure the connections are all tight.
So these are all air shifted?
Yes, they are.
So you got to just check your air connections, make sure that that's shifting, obviously noise and...
Right,
And
exactly.
how do you check for heat? What do? You have a probe or something?
Well,
Or-
a gun.
You got it, right. And how many speeds is this particular?
9.
9 speeds.
Yeah.
Wow. You're going to let it rip now?
I'm already done. Oh yeah, I just finished.
So I guess it passed.
Yeah, it did okay. It did okay, yeah.
When you say it did okay, why did it do great?
I'm anal. Too many years into business. If you give these guys too much credit right away, they have to work up to it.
Gotcha. It's a good lesson.
Yes, that's the way I was taught.
Thank you. Each one of these is for a countershaft. There's 3 countershafts in this transmission. And when you say there's 6 altogether, there's more in the front?
There's 3 counter shafts in the front and 3 counter shafts in the auxiliary box.
I see. Holy.
1 main shaft, another main shaft. This controls the manual shifting. This controls the air shifting.
Got it. How much do you think this thing weighs?
They're about 770.
770 pounds?
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks again.
Okay.
Yeah, the yolks have to be heated because they just get stuck on?
Yeah.
There's nothing here that doesn't weigh 250, right?
Yeah.
I think this stuff is so emasculating to me. I work on all these small parts, and then I look at this stuff, and I go, holy shit. I mean, these guys are rebuilding shit here. I mean, this is some serious rebuilding going on.
They were doing their axles, they were doing their transfer case. 27. We're doing the transfer case through the whole house. We can't do it here because of, you gotta be an house.
What does this do? It's like a...
I'll show you if I can chunk up the core thing. It's taller than me. There's a little doorway.
This is going in my next race car.
Talk about paperweights, huh?
All rebuilt, ready to go out the door. Look at this. Look at this workmanship.
This whole thing is rebuilt. I mean, they do the whole ring and pinion and everything?
Everything, the whole
The
differential.
whole differential's done. New air chambers, new brakes, spindle bearings, the whole
What it
bit.
is, Paul, it's a game they play. They're called glider kits.
Yeah.
They reman an old truck. One of my buddies remans over there. That was 80s man.
What I want you to see here is the crane system that they have over every workbench. And so each bench has a crane system running around it that they can lift the rears and lift the transmissions over the benches to do all the overhauls because the stuff averages 400, 750 pounds. How do you find guys with this kind of skill to do this type of work?
That goes through, lifts up all the bits of cardboard.
No, well, I'm really curious because this is a certain skill level required here. And so like you said, you got the people who are breaking down over there and the guys that are rebuilding over here on this side.
Yeah.
How do you find the skill for that? I mean, where do these guys come from? Because this is experience. This isn't something that you're going to be just doing right away.
A lot of these guys started here when they were young, or in the industry when they were 18, 19 years old.
Okay.
And so that's how they kind of grown to do it. I mean, Armando, this mechanic right here, he's been doing this stuff he's 45 years old, he's been doing it for 25 years, you know?
Got it.
And that's how a lot of these guys get into it. Ray, he started working here, I would probably say when he was 18, he was just power washing parts.
So somebody had to teach him to do it, and they gradually bring it up.
Yeah.
Would you say the knowledge that...
The knowledge these guys have is unreal.
Right.
Unreal. Oh, bro. This is one of our Mac guys. He does that big Mac transmission that's in the dyno.
Right.
He builds that stuff.
He builds that.
That takes a special
Right.
guy. There's only 2 guys here, or 3 guys that build Macs.
Right.
So he's one of them. He does. That's not easy to do. I guess you just gotta kind of be like, a greaser, a greaser. You gotta want to do this shit and enjoy it.
Lots of parts, lots of parts. Thousands and thousands of parts.
Well, all these rear ends have got hubs on them, so if the axle breaks, the wheel doesn't drop off.
Right. So
Everything-
basically the hub is on there, the axle slides through to the diff,
Yeah.
and bolts to the hub, and it's just driving the hub. So it's just floating on there. Right.
You're like a 12 bolt. You call those what's called 3/4 floating.
Right.
So-
These are fully floating.
Yeah. It's like unreal.
All these years, I've been doing it the wrong way. All these years. These are all different stick shifts?
Yep.
I see they got all sorts of different bends to them.
Templates for the boys' backs down there.
Yes, really. Look at that. Look at these crazy bends for these sticks. Look at that. They come by my house today, and we're gonna put this in my car. We're on our backs, right? No problem. Look at this. This is actually a limited slip. It's actually got clutches in it. This is where they keep all the cores for the big truck stuff. Look at this. Oh, like, where's what? Like, I mean, you just have everything inventory. You know exactly.
One by one, man. Like you said, we went through a transition when we moved a whole bunch of stuff from the other buildings and tried to get everything here. It was a complete mess. So literally, we just over time, day by day, just make sure that everything is good.
This thing is green. Does that mean it's military?
Back to America, you know.
So this thing is green and almost looks military, like that.
That's my first impression every time I see that color.
You know what I just realized is that you have all these castings and a lot of them are unique. And that
All of them are.
right. And all this stuff was probably cast years ago here in this country.
Oh yeah, and,
right.
and not only that, they made them in increments of an inch longer and all that kind of shit. So what you see is just part of a big fucking family.
You can't throw any of this stuff out because you'll never be able to get it again because nobody's going to recast this stuff.
Well, that's what General's always specialised in. I mean, they got shit here. You know, somebody rebuilding a fire truck from 1948. You got a core here.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys ever hit one another? No. Never? That's another one. You guys are like, it's like a rodeo of forklifts here.
This guy's here from Osho, so you're not fucking hooked up, either of you.
Yeah, he is. He's a guy.
I'm not here for motion, no. But it's amazing. It's amazing to see you guys whipping around here, and nobody has an accident.
Well, usually what happens is the big fork at the second shift, when there's not so much everyday stuff, that's why they did a night shift to replenish out here from that warehouse.
It's crazy. Absolutely craziness. Take care, guys. PTOs are automatic PTOs?
Yes.
And what are they shifted with?
Oil pressure.
This is on the dash.
Yep. This is on the dash. Power to it. Power to the PTO. Oil's constantly running through it. It runs like in neutral until you engage it.
Right.
The PTO engages.
Right. So no more manually pulling, just push button, oil. It's basically oil.
The other ones are all manual, either air shifted or the cable
But
shifted.
this is all hydraulically shifted.
Yeah.
A lot of the transmission rebuild kits that I make and that other people make are made at this facility. And I wanted to show you how these kits look like and how they're made. It's pretty neat. They simply take all the bearings and the parts, lay them on an assembly line. They're on their boards, and then they'll go through a heat shrink. So the person manually puts the bearings and the seals and everything in place on there, and then they'll go through a vacuum pack machine. We'll go look at the process. So they take all the raw materials, put them here. Go right over there. There's some more. This has to get hot. This thing gets hot,
Yeah.
so that
This doesn't get hot, but the top
it pulls it down, and then the heat shrinks it on there.
Yeah.
So it's actually hot when you take it out.
Yeah. That's why we gotta wear these gloves.
Right. So this will do it automatically?
This one sometimes you gotta do it manually. It depends on how the bolt gets.
So once it gets to a certain temperature, then it comes down?
Yeah.
I guess
That
it
one
gets
you
the
could
film hot?
program it for a certain time. And you put like 45.
Right.
And then keep going down. It depends on the hot of the machine.
Sure.
This one you gotta take it automatically, manually.
So you wait for the temperature to hit?
Yeah, but right now like the temperature is good, so the timer is gonna get just perfect.
And here I am putting together kits by hand. This is where everything comes in?
Yeah. Comes down the side down here.
Right.
Rebox down here. This just fucking goes on and on and on forever.
You obviously have more people working in the warehouse than you do actually in the offices.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Well, there's another crew that comes at 5 and goes for 3.
Are you kidding me?
No, that's how fucking big it is.
So you got, when do they start in the morning?
They start at probably 6 or 7.
6 or 7, go to 5.
Then there's another manager's set comes in with another crew.
From 5 to 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sometimes 4.
We're talking about Greg from serious, serious time spent here.
Well, you know,
so you stayed both shifts. You stayed from like 8 to 5 and then 5 to 3.
No,
and you just
and I
stay
do
to
the
have
other
that.
shift
Yeah.
completely myself.
Yeah.
There's still another 6 hours there.
Are these like is this the holy grail of Super T10s? Right here?
This is actually a T9.
Look at this. That's awesome. How old is this car?
66?
66. Look at the condition of this thing.
Yeah. It's junior fuel.
Level where you was sitting right on top of the rear axle. It's insanity. The body on this thing is amazing. Look at this thing. The thing is, it was kept so well. It's like not even a scratch on the car.
Yeah.
So you know how I came up with the name for AX4?
No.
It's a lightweight gear set, so I walk in through the warehouse and I hear a Karen Carpenter song. She's got anorexia.
Oh no.
So it came up.
Hey Ron, I see the Motive Gear stuff came in.
Exciting. I'm what?
Nice, Rhonda. And that's my team. So I just got back from Chicago from my visit with Midwest Truck and Auto Parts. And of course, Midwest Truck houses Motive Gear, Richmond Gear 10, and Power Tracks. It was an awesome visit, but while I was over there, they shipped me out some Richmond Gear parts, some Motive Gear ring and pinion sets. I think they're for 12-bolt Chevys, and some ring and pinion installation kits. So let's go look at that stuff right now and see what it looks like. So I'm going to show you what's inside the Motive Gear R12 CRM KT ring and pinion installation kit. This is for your typical 12-bolt Chevy rear axle assembly. It's a nice box, very well presented. It's got your rear differential cover gasket, front pinion bearing, rear pinion bearing, pinion shims, carrier shims, carrier bearing, there's another carrier bearing underneath the seal, pinion seal, ring gear bolts, ring gear nut, crush sleeve. You got the die compound for the pattern check. You got a little brush on the side there, and a small little tube of thread locker for the ring gear bolts. Heat shrinked in a nice card stock. It's pretty sturdy. And you also have, these bearings are made in the USA. These are Timken bearings. I know you can't see that. Very nice quality kit. I like it. Figured I'd also show you what a new ring and pinion set looks like from Motive Gear. This is a 12-bolt Chevy 342 axle ratio set. Beautiful looking gears. Actually gives you the backlash reading on it. It says 0.006. So when you're doing this rear, you want to run it at 0.006 backlash. That's what it was set up at in the machine. On the pinion, you got your pinion depth set measurement of 2.859. Very nice looking. Nice machine surfaces. Nice quality looking anyway. Motive kit also comes with important instructions, tells you about break-in, gives you warranty information, how to set the rear up, even gives you a couple of cool stickers. So I have to tell you, I'm really impressed with these Motive Gear products and their kits for their ring and pinions. You know, when I was over there, what impressed me even more was that this is a massive facility with a lot of employees. And these employees range from, you know, janitorial, salespeople, shipping and receiving people, people who pack products, people who assemble parts. It was amazing. And the funny thing was that everybody seems to generally be really happy with what they're doing. And it seems like one big happy family and a really great team. And that really impressed me, and that says something, you know? So I decided that I was gonna check these parts out, and if they really met my approval, I'm gonna start carrying them. I really like them, so I think I'm gonna start carrying some of these ring and pinion sets and ring and pinion installation kits. I think they're awesome. Leave me some comments below, let me know what you think about this video. Please subscribe, I really appreciate you guys watching so much. It means a lot to me. Thanks for watching, see you around.